judge first. Get someone else to do it, or I'll quit.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, if we don't have, then we don't have a system of laws then.
No, actually, we don't have a system of law because cops won't follow the law.
But I don't disagree with, again, you and I are on the same team in terms of where the outcome should be. But what I'm saying is if every single cop is going to say, great, you know what? I'm going to just start going to opposing every order I get, because maybe 5 cops. Because if a cop says, hey.
Police should not shut down churches is a simple and finite granular point to be made. That one was obvious, and the police enforced it. Those are bad cops who should be criminally charged, in my opinion, for constitutional violations. End of story.
I'm thinking about suspension of habeas corpus and how it's happened a few times, or at least Abe Lincoln did it. And then, like, this would be a conversation we'd be having about Abe Lincoln suspending habeas corpus for the Civil War. If he hadn't done it, you could argue they wouldn't have won the Civil War.
I think that was specifically a corridor going from D.C. up to Philly, because Maryland was a slave state and there was concerns about sympathies in Maryland. Maryland was like 1/3 sympathetic to the South. So not only did he suspend habeas corpus going up to this corridor, he actually had a bunch of state reps, delegates arrested. I mean, yeah, the dude, exigent circumstances, call it whatever you want, but the Civil War was nuts.
And they called COVID an exigent circumstance, obviously.
What I'm seeing here is, if individual officers keep playing this game of, it's not my fault, sorry, I was told to do it, then we don't have a system of laws. Because we have corrupt politicians and cowards everywhere. Because Bill de Blasio broke the law, stealing taxpayer dollars to paint a political message in front of Trump Tower. And the police said, look, I'm just going to protect it because I was told to do so. It's like, okay, well, if the mayor goes and robs a bank and you stand there protecting him as he does it, you are a bank robber.
But that's a crime.
So look, shutting down a church is a crime.
Right, but wait.
You don't have the right to kidnap people and shut down their churches. It violates the core tenets of this nation. The founding of freedom of religion and the right to peaceably assemble. We have laws protecting it.
I agree with you on that. I'm not, again, I'm with you on that.
This is the corruption of American civilization, of American society and this nation. That police no longer have moral standards, don't know, don't care, and our politicians don't either. And so the politicians say, if I get in office, I can give unconstitutional orders to police, I will never be held accountable, and neither will the police. That's where we are right now, based on this logic. The only solution is to tell these cops, you know what? When I'm in power, I'm going to make sure you feel it down to the bone.
But here's the point. If the they is who I'm saying hold accountable?
But that's impossible.
It's not, because you're saying your whole point is when the they is in power. My point is then that's who you should be holding accountable.
I don't.
Everybody. You can't.
The cops.
No. But you're saying when you or who this theoretical person gets in power, you hold the cops accountable.
No, always the cops accountable.
But my point is, in order to hold the cops accountable, you have to be in power, right? Mm-hmm. So that person is the person that's causing the problem. Whoever that.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting point. Like, if you have a cop who shouldn't have shut down a church, where do you take them to, right? Do you take them to their commanding officer, who, as you're pointing out, said
that's what I'm saying. We need politicians to make sure each and every one of these officers feels the terror in their bones.
That's my point, though. The politician who's doing it is the person to blame.
Well, who is it?
That makes literally no sense. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense.
I kind of agree.
If a guy walks up to an old lady, punches her in the face, I'm not going to say, who told you to do that? I'm going to say you're under arrest for punching an old lady in the face.
But you're saying that we need politicians who will do this, right? Who will hold cops accountable. Uh-huh. My point is, there is a cop that's telling a politician that's telling the cop to shut down a church, right? Okay. So hold that politician accountable.
And then when you get in office, you go to those cops and you strip them of their pensions and hope they get on their knees and beg and cry. And you say, I don't care. You're a bad person. You are evil and you are plaguing this country.
So who's the politician that's accountable for this? Who did this?
Merrick Garland.
So Merrick Garland said he didn't know. And this is something I want to bring up because Matt Gaetz just was grilling or talking to General Milley, and talking about all these trans or drag shows on military bases, and Milley was like, I didn't know about that. 4 of them? I had no idea. Send me that data. Really, Mark? You didn't know? You didn't know in your military that was happening? You just didn't.
Yeah,
know.
well, I
had
mean,
no idea. So Merrick Garland, you had no idea. Had no idea that was an issue. Really?
I mean,
this deniability thing's insane. James Clapper, you had no idea they were spying on Americans. None.
It's what we said before. Either they're incompetent or they're lying, and neither one is a good look.
So
this
can you arrest
country-
people for incompetence? Like if a violated law is given out and enforced in a guy's system, is the guy at the very top responsible for not knowing?
Can I get back to the point that you're getting at, right? So there is a Supreme Court police force. When this all went down, Garland assigned U.S. Marshals to protect these guys. So he took an action. He assigned U.S. Marshals to protect the justices. Then Katie Britt says today, hey, these marshals were told not to do anything.
Rack up the most
And
kills
Garland says,
to
I
achieve
did
victory.
nothing about it. But you're the guy who's assigned the marshals in the first place. They wouldn't have done that in the first place
You're
if
quite
you,
lethal with that.
Garland, hadn't assigned them. So Garland just basically, I'm the one who made them go there, but then I had no idea what they were doing. That makes no sense.
If just the simple point is, these bad things only happen because human beings do them. It doesn't matter who the boss is. Like, when the banks fail, we don't arrest the people at the top of the banks.
Right.
What ends up happening is some like senior VP guy who signed off on something ends up getting fined or something like that. There's always an excuse to protect the people in power when it comes down to it. And because there's no actual mechanism, because I think a large portion of police officers are cowardly and corrupt, there's never going to be any law enforcement action against public figures. And then what happens is, regardless of who gets into power, they're happy to have a mindless moron force who will do whatever they're told. They all are. There's a lawsuit in New York. Apparently, they won't hire police officers with IQs above a certain number. And the argument is, well, they get bored and they quit, so we want stupid people. Well, because stupid people don't know what the law is and don't question it. Oh, that's a problem. This is what's corrupting this country. If every police officer had scruples, then you would have these drag shows being shut down. They're already illegal. You would not have side events, for instance, where, as long as I've known about them, people dance around naked and engage in overtly illegal, obscene behavior in public. But police are like, I'm not getting involved in that, because they're cowards. Because they're cowards who don't care about their community. Because big cities have become just corrupt wastelands. Crime is skyrocketing for these reasons. And Luke Rutkowski pointed this out. He interviewed a guy. There was a guy who started stabbing people on a train, and the cops said, I'm not getting involved. Because the cops are corrupt. They're under no obligation to intervene to protect you. And they follow unjust and unconstitutional orders all the time. I'm done. We need someone who gets in office, and the first thing they do is they line up all the cops. If you're the president, it's going to be the Federal Protective Service, it's going to be ICP, and they're going to look them all in the eyes and say, if you break the law or refuse to uphold the Constitution, we will make sure you feel it to your bones. You will lose your pension, you will lose your job, and you will never work again. Mark my words. And if you want to quit now, quit. But the problem is, politicians enjoy the fact that because they know that people like you, Sean, will say it's not the cops' fault, and that gives them carte blanche to do things like this. There should be no circumstance where the far left is allowed to rampage through cities, smashing windows, setting fires, setting up the Chaz, setting up the George Floyd autonomous zone, setting up the Atlanta autonomous zone. But the cops don't do anything about it. And the politicians aren't being held accountable. For instance, who's going to hold them accountable? In Chicago, it's been Democrat rule for 100 years. So as long as these cops are good little foot soldiers, they never have anything to worry about. And that's why you end up with so much corruption in Chicago. That's what's going to happen in this country. In the rural areas. And it's already happening because these cops are like, look, boss told me not to enforce the law. I'm going to do it. Okay. Then the far left are allowed to rampage and set fires, create autonomous zones, literally murder people, and they keep doing it. Aaron Danielson took 2 to the chest. Sure, don't get me wrong, Barr hunted that guy down and killed him because there is still a line. But because the law enforcement against the far left has been so lax and outright protected, like when Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's staff donated to bail these people out, they are encouraged to do more of it, knowing, like I mentioned, with the inauguration of Trump, 200 some odd far left extremists rampaging through DC, setting cars on fire, setting fires in the streets, smashing windows, actually won, and the city had to take down. Meanwhile, when these same extremists show up to Justice's homes, Eric Garland says, protect them. And the cops go,
don't even
you
want
got
it.
it, buddy. We'll make sure they're nice and protected.
I'm thinking about like in an effort to stay idealistic, like if you gut all the entire police force because they served the Nazis or whatever, then you have no more German police. Like after the leadership, I'm kind of understanding what you're saying, Sean. Blame the commander. You remove commander, you put in a just commander, and then the soldiers will immediately follow the just command. And they don't care if it's just or unjust. They're just there to serve the commander.
Enemies over there.
Not really. Truly, they're there to serve the greatness of humanity or whatever it is. But in chaos of war, you serve your commander first, unless they're crazy, and then you serve, the men first. But I'm concerned about what Merrick Garland did, because either this is ineptitude and he didn't know what his department was doing, or he issued this order to stand down.
But I'll give you one, and I don't mean to. I look at the guys down at the Border Patrol. If you remember the guys at the Border Patrol, whatever. I've had Tom Holland and I've talked to these guys, right? These guys who did the right thing. Do you know their lives are destroyed, right? So many of these cops that I've talked to, and I'm not we're getting off on a
Target spotted.
there are cops that go out there and do the right thing. Their lives get destroyed, and they're get told, you arrest that guy, you arrest that person because they did that, we're going to let them out. No one's going to go back. So I'm not saying that it's
M41
perfect,
Spanker over here.
but I'm telling you that in this city, you walk down the street, you ask guys that are cops, they watch that crime, and they go, hey, go arrest that guy. You go, you know what they're going to do? They're going to take him, they're going to bring him down, they're going to let him right out. The cop goes, so what do you want me to do? I'm going to get, to your point, they get, oh, you know what? You're going to get arrested. You're going to get sued because you did this, and now you're personally liable. We're going to come after you personally for doing this. And the cop said, yeah.
Well, cops have, what's it called?
Qualified immunity.
Qualified immunity. So
Not, tell me how much that helps you. I'm just saying that.
yeah, the left will destroy their lives, and the right does nothing but excuse them. So I'm not interested. The watching these cops shut down churches, I was just like, how is that possible? How is it? I thought cops were like more conservative. I watched the video. The guy arrested the victim because they were scared that people would do it. And they apologized to him. I saw a video where a guy in his own home was arrested by police and cheered for the police. I thought they hated the police. They went, no, they want to replace them with loyal forces who will do what they say, and it's working. We watch with the Merrick Garland incident, far-left extremists battered police into absolute submission, and that's why these cops need to be held accountable. These cops need to fear the law enforcement more than they fear far-left extremists. They need to say to themselves, look, man, if I don't arrest that guy, I'm going to lose my pension. I have to arrest him. It's the law. Right now, it's the opposite. Right now, they're going, if I enforce the law against the people who control the reins of politics, they're going to come after me. I better just do nothing. Okay, well, that's a corrupt cop in my opinion. They are sacrificing this country for personal gain. Gotta get rid of them. Gotta fire them. Gotta strip them of their pensions. That's the only thing they'll understand. Because right now, the path of least resistance for these cops is to be corrupt and to support corrupt politicians because it's easier. It's safer for them.
You can also
I want to make sure it's harder for them.
You can reward them for doing the right thing. That'd be like an instance of punishing them for doing the wrong thing. And then additionally, like you saying, guys get their lives destroyed, their livelihoods destroyed. What would be a way to help them if something?
But again, I feel like we're way down a rabbit hole. But I still don't understand this because if a cop goes out and arrests everyone, and the mayor of the city says, "I'm going to let everyone out the second you arrest them,"
and then he goes, "And I'll arrest them again."
Okay, and the mayor lets them out again. Then at some point, you need to get the politicians who are creating the system and change them. If you don't get those people out, the system doesn't change.
But who said anything about not doing that? I literally said we need a politician who's going to go in.
But that's why I'm saying we actually agree on that part. That's the point.
Then once they're in, they go to each individual cop who supported.
But the cops are just responding to that.
The police officers as individuals need to understand they will be held responsible as individuals. So we need a politician who gets in, and the first thing he does is he goes to the corrupt officer that made illegal arrests and defended far-left extremists and say, you're a collaborator, and you're lucky we don't criminally charge you. You are being stripped of your badge, stripped of your weapon, stripped of your pension. Go home. You will never work in law enforcement again. These cops that are defending corrupt politicians are the henchmen of evil people. So we need a politician to go in and then start reviewing which one of these officers is corrupt. I mean, Chicago is a hell zone. There's a video of a cop. There was an instant where a cop parked illegally, and a meter maid gave him a ticket. So he went outside, grabbed her by the throat, and slammed her and lifted her up by her neck, screaming at her. Because the cops in Chicago are dirty as they come. They operate black sites where they kidnap people and torture them. There was the famous story of the guy who was cattle prodding, electrocuting people into false confessions, because these cops never get held accountable. And I like the police departments. Suburban police departments that are smaller tend to be pretty good. But you get in these big cities, they're bad. You get in areas like DC, they're bad. Someone needs to make sure we get rid of the corrupt cops and create an institution of good cops.
But you realize what you just said. All of these cities are controlled by left Democrats. They've been controlled by Democrats forever. Chicago, D.C., they're all controlled by Democrats. And so as long as they're all responsive to a system.
Now you get it. The police officers are enforcers for corrupt politicians. If there were no police, the corrupt politicians would be able to do nothing. They could, it is plainly and obvious logic. A politician who goes outside and issues an order that is not followed has no power. None. But when you have corrupt police officers that say, yes, sir, we'll do whatever you say, then you have a problem. Getting rid of that corrupt politician doesn't change the fact that you have corrupt police enforcement. Because the next time in cities in Chicago or New York will be less corrupt, and the corrupt police will enforce the corrupt actions. But if you get rid of the officers and enforce it at the individual level, the corrupt politicians will have no power.
Who's going to get rid of them? If the politician, I mean,
well, that's a entirely different argument. The fact is, the only way you stop the corruption is to root it out. You know, cutting the top of the weed off doesn't get rid of the weeds. You got to pull it by the roots.
One thing concerns me: if you remove all the officers at the bottom, that the corrupt politicians would hire mercenaries to do their job. So just getting rid of what looks like one problem doesn't necessarily mean the problem.
In some ways, it could get worse, right? Because then you have drawn a line in the sand of who is willing
Enemy
to work
squadrons
with.
are closing in.
It may be.
And you're not saying, I feel like at this point, you're saying either you take everyone out all at once, or there's a chance for the problem to fester as we try and sort of sift through this, right?
The issue may be that there is no way to stop the corruption, because these cities will keep electing the same people, who then have law enforcement doing exactly as they're told, regardless of what's legal or not. But the point is, the mayors, the governors have no power without the men and women in uniform to enforce their decrees. So to act like a large group of corrupt individuals, or mostly, but a lot of them, especially willing to take political action instead of just action. So long as they exist, you can never stop the corrupt politician.
I need to like film this
A corrupt politician without law enforcement to do their bidding has no power at all. They can go outside and say, we're gonna, if the cops refused to listen to Merrick Garland and said, we're gonna arrest him if they break the law, then Merrick Garland would stomp his feet and be like, but I'm Merrick Garland. Say, it's illegal to protest in front of a Supreme Court justice's home. Nothing you say will change that. Get Congress to change the law. Enforce the law as it's written. Merrick Garland would just cry about it. Instead, they let Merrick Garland do these unconstitutional things. It's selectively enforcing laws against conservatives and ignoring the far left.
That I agree with you. I mean, in fact, today Mayorkas about that with respect to the border. The border wall is an act of Congress. It was passed. Why are you not building it? And he obfuscated a bunch of things. I mean, there are laws. You either follow them or you don't.
Yeah. Well, let's go to Super Chats. Before we get started, make sure you smash that like button and become a member at timcast.com, because we are going to
There's a teammate.
Select a few callers who submit questions. So if you want to get instant access to the VIP question submission chat room, it's $25 a month, or if you've been a member for at least 6 months. I know I say it every time, but we had to create some kind of gate to keep out extremists and activists who want to come and screw with us. So we did time and you guys, which would be a lot of fun. But now we'll read your super chats. All right, Shadow's Hand says multiple schools were called with shooting hoaxes across the country today, claiming that there were shooting threats that were going to happen. My niece's school is one of them. No one is talking about this. We did have that plan. Maybe we'll talk about it in the uncensored portion.
Yeah, these are the ones where the calls are coming from foreign
Another one
outside the United States.
Yep. Crazy, right? It feels like things are getting really weird.
And that everyone can see we're vulnerable, right?
Yep. I'm not your buddy guy says, if the devil had a cult, tell me one different thing to wokeness. They celebrate all 7 deadly sins, even promote the mutilation of God's image. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
To victory.
It's kind of weird, right?
I think if the devil had a cult, it would be a
What do you mean by that, though? You mean like a musician, or do you mean
yeah, he'd
like
be someone that
being a celebrity?
everyone loves, you know.
So not Donald
He
Trump.
could be a social media.
T-Rex Pet Shop says you can find us on Public Square. It's great. Vote with your dollar and stop supporting woke pet stores. Agreed. You know, and you can find businesses that do delivery and stuff too. So even if they're not in your area, if you need something, like if you need pet food or anything from a pet store, T-Rex Pet Shop. Go on Public Square app, look around for businesses. You can order from them. You can order anything. Let's build up the parallel economy. And you can also go to castfood.com and buy coffee from us.
We've lost a teammate.
All right. Steve O says, Sean, was it difficult working on the Avengers set as Agent Coulson's stunt double? But seriously, keep speaking out in every way possible. Has anyone ever seen it before? No! All right. Max Reddick says, can we talk about David Pakman? This guy is losing it. I used to listen to him to see what the left thinks and is saying about current issues, but he constantly strawmans conservative arguments.
Active camo
They
inbound.
all?
I was
Him in particular?
Yeah, of course.
I'm really trying not to insult David Pakman for the last couple days. He said some really stupid stuff about, or he said one tweet in particular.
Yeah.
And you know, he's a bit, you know, David, I'm like, you know how to put on a suit.
Come on.
You saw what he tweeted?
No one else on the fucking map.
Don responded. Is that the one that Don Jr. responded to?
In my
He
sights.
might have. He said something like, perhaps this happened because there weren't thoughts and
Yeah,
prayers or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Don responded to it, and then he responded to Don. Yeah, so I mean, yeah. That was one of those ones where you just.
But he deleted the tweet. Then he claimed that it was because he was getting anti-Semitic attacks and death threats, and then he deleted that one too because people were like, no,
Terrible.
this ain't it. Like the left was coming at him. They were like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like, yeah. He made this fake argument. He's like, the right says these shootings are happening because they took prayer out of schools. I'm like, no, they're not. They've been saying it's mental health issues and gun-free zones.
Right.
So he's making fake arguments up and then arguing against them.
Especially with this school in particular. They probably didn't take prayer out of
5
the
minutes
church
remaining.
Christian school that's run by the church. I just
His
don't get
point
it
was
at all.
nonsense. All right. Perturbed Alpaca says, we are in Spain in the 30s. We will break out into a multi-front, multi-factional civil war, and the new superpowers will send volunteers to test the emerging weaponized
Enemy
drone
team
and AI
nearing
technologies.
victory.
I don't disagree. People should watch. I watched a
Thrusters
documentary on the
obtained.
Spanish Civil War. The similarities are terrifying. People don't understand because they think Civil War is like the American Civil War. In the American Civil War, Virginia was a sovereign state.
Nothing twice.
You know,
next
Tennessee
time.
was its own state. Its own state. And so it was a bunch of countries. It was more akin to like a
Irresistible force.
like a World War One. It's all these different countries fighting each other. We called it World War, but it was like the Civil War. That's what the
Active
Civil
camo
War was more
inbound.
about. Actual civil wars throughout history have been, you know, people focus on
Should not be a double
like,
beat
here's the
down.
blue area, here's the red area.
He's barely-
There'd be a civil war, and I'm like, that map looks like every civil war map outside of the
Shields down.
Like, yes, the urban centers become one faction, the rural areas are another faction, and then they fight, and the rural factions always win. Surprise, the
Thrusters
people who know
acquired.
how to survive in the wilderness tend to be able to defeat people who can't grow food.
All right. To be like perfectly separated, like the people over here don't
Yep.
like each other, and then they're just gonna randomly like that would make it so you didn't have a civil war because they could leave each other alone.
Right. Balkanization. All right. John Kirsten says, Tim, not sure if it hit your radar, but schools statewide in PA got robocalls saying there was an active shooter causing massive responses. Something to look into. It's happening all over the country, apparently. Crazy. All right. Hillbilly Clinton says, it's a perfect example of why we need to stop blaming guns, but blaming people that are mentally ill. Mainstream media will never do that, though, especially when a trans person is to blame. Yep.
But mainstream media doesn't look at transgenderism as a mental illness the same way they would regard schizophrenia or something else.
By the way, you notice in any of these stories that I noticed at the story that was not. I can't say I saw every story, right, by any means, but it was amazing how that literally didn't even come up.
Be right back.
The
2 seconds.
transgender issue. It was almost like they didn't want most people. I mean, we talked about this earlier in terms of the how many independents that it was like the NBCs, the ABCs, the CBSs, and the Washington Post. And again, can't speak for every one of those, but I saw a few of them. Almost didn't want you to know the genderism of the shooter. They just sort of said the shooter.
Do you see what Reuters said?
No.
Former Christian student shoots up school or whatever.
Oh, but there was the AP story today where they said this is the headmistress. They said in a male-dominated industry, like it was a religious school, and they were like, this isn't like an industry. I mean, they go to lengths to just change the narrative because it goes against what they want people to think about something that goes counter to all of that they don't want anything to go against this whole theory that somehow it could, it's not a bunch of right-wing crazy nut jobs.
Yeah, it has to be the fact that she was at a Christian school. That's right. That's what made this happen.
But that was her second target. Like the first target she went to was locked down by some sort of security, so she couldn't. What was the first target? I don't even know. Was it not a Christian?
I think it was
thing?
a mall.
So I believe then that wasn't targeted. It wasn't like she was going after Christians.
The cops said that based on what they learned, it was a targeted attack at the school.
Even though she went to the mall,
maybe she had 2 different targets in mind for 2 different reasons, but this one was definitely targeted. At least that's what the police said.
Maps and everything.
Yeah.
But the point is that I just find it interesting. I mean, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about the Biden stuff, right? That they cut out. He makes inappropriate jokes, and that's being kind. And they cut out the narrative because they don't want you to see that. And then they don't report on this part of it of the shooter because they don't want you to see that. They want to perpetrate a narrative about who this person is, who the bad guy is, who the good guy is, why the shooter is now a victim. Because we've got to make sure that this all falls in line with who the good people are and who the bad people are.
All right. Martin Edgar says the biggest problem is if conservatives protest or complain, they're called domestic terrorists by the administration, the media and the left and the DOJ. When the left does the same, they're victims of oppression. Which is why the most important thing you can do is have a family, make money. No joke. Then, in 10 or 20 years, you will have well-adjusted, intelligent, capable children who make money and control industry, and then the far-left weirdos will be crying about it and begging government to steal it from you. But you will have more power, more access. That's how you win this thing. I mean, look, move out of the cities, get some chickens, get some goats, have a family, make some money, learn, get in shape, start exercising. All of these things will make you stronger and more powerful. And if that trend continues for 20 years, the woke far-left weirdos will be left with nothing because they're not having kids. You're not going to be in their schools. Your kids won't be in their schools. They will eventually cease to exist.
Something to protect your mind from is cynicism too. Like if you find yourself thinking, well, they're just going to do it anyway. Like that's you lose. They will do it if you think that. But if you have faith, that's the antidote to cynicism. So have faith.
All right. David Toronto says it's not all about age, about Democrats. They are all crazy. Look at our government. They are Gen Z. They are older. Sorry, but Dems are loons. Well, yeah, they attract each other, and I think prominent Democrats are smarter, and they are more like Pied Pipers who are empowered by zombie hordes.
Yeah, and older Democrats move with to respond to what you're saying, right? Like at one point, wasn't Hillary Clinton against gay marriage? I mean, they changed their
She was in 2016, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like a Latino or something.
And Biden was against all that. I mean, again, they
drifted to the
That was weird. This kid was blinking before he even fucking looked at me.
They have to.
I mean, drifting farther.
Exactly.
All right, Son of a Murph says, make family dinners great again. Agreed. And I gotta tell you, man, you may notice Ben Shapiro is not online Friday evenings through Saturday because of Shabbat. And this is a tremendous advantage for the Jewish community in that once a week their family comes together, disconnects from all BS, talks to each other, reinforcing community. you have the strengthening the family unit, and then when they go to
know where you
church,
are.
synagogue, or wherever it's
Hurry
referred
the
to, like
flag
when they
back
go to
to
religious,
base.
that's when their community, when the families then come together and have that convergence. That is the stem, is the root of the flag. For most of us in this country, that's been cut off. We don't have family dinners.
Nah.
So we're not convening with our own families, and then we're not convening with our community. That's something people need to do, which is why we want to do Saturday morning cartoons at the new cafe, where we have families come in with their kids, the kids can hang out, watch the food, educational cartoons. We'll have pancake sausage. Maybe not so much. We'll have pancakes, but I'm not doing but some people might be. So we'll make eggs with our chickens, farm-fresh chicken city eggs and all that. And then families can hang out, build communal bonds, and I think that is a key to winning the war. Then we'll open in 10 years. We'll have 50 locations, and all across the country, people will come and hang out for Saturday morning cartoons. How we doing? I was at $1 billion. Yo, if I was, I don't even know if you need $1 billion for it. If I was making as much as Joe Rogan does, I'd hire a guy and be like, start setting up coffee shops all over the country to do this. So maybe 5 years we'll have the resources.
Yeah, if this one's profitable, then you could probably raise that money immediately.
That's the thing too. Like maybe investment is the real path forward. We are about, the estimate is 2 months until operability for the coffee shop. But we got to do the second floor, third floor.
Our forces have
stuff.
seized the
It'll
enemy
probably
flag.
be a little bit
Power
longer.
items
But
inbound.
my family has experience in cafes, so we'll gone through it. Maybe 2 months. Once we have this built, I'm fairly confident that we could easily get a substantial investment to spring up a bunch of these locations in
They've
major
taken our flag. We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier.
kind of places. So
Create some cool recipes for breakfast. Almond
Enemy
flour,
flag
pancakes.
return.
lower
I
sugar
want all
content.
of the cartoons to be done by Freedom Tunes. I want him to make a
Yes.
specific
Power weapons en
children's
route.
Saturday morning
Well,
video.
the idea is Saturday mornings,
Sure.
it'll be like, Daily Wire's got Chip Chilla, so we'll play whatever content they allow us. They're cool with us
Power
playing their
weapons now
cartoons.
Aw, you're grenading me, you fucking
Older
rude.
cartoons that are just not fun. I mean, Bugs Bunny's a little bit.
Teammates are throwing grenades.
That's what I. Well, it's not so much. I don't care about the violence. It's like there's no real message in it. We want a
Our
positive
forces
message.
have seized
If
the
your
enemy
book
flag.
becomes a cartoon,
Yeah, I'm thinking, hey, I'll do it.
Brave look. It's
I
an
see
audio
heads
video.
of
AI to
your
animate
future.
it, dude.
Yeah.
Someone asked me the other day if I read, it's an audio version. This is the way to get into that. You can see the audio.
Yeah.
The superstar.
But we can do motion stills where you basically.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
narrating the characters. And that's a start, but it's also about the adults too. It's about the parents coming
Enemy
meeting each
flag
other. So we do
return.
these community events, and
Oh,
then
that's what you're talking about, getting on your neighbors, right?
exactly. I think that'll save this country and the world. And I'm pretty sure we know enough people who'd be willing to invest in that. We just need to get this one up and running. Then once we, we're interviewing the
They'll
managers,
think twice
then
next
that
time.
manager will get to manage another location somewhere else. Start popping up all over.
The fuck did I get hit with?
1,000 locations, it's going to be so awesome when they try and pull another
kid's
lockdown,
falling
and
backwards.
every single location refuses to close.
In my
They're gonna
sights.
go, uh-oh, this massive corporation is not abiding
They've
by what we
taken our
do.
flag.
It's like, oh,
The enemy
can't do anything
carrier
about
has
it.
revealed themselves.
Then we'll win the culture war. All right, let's read some more. Cain Abel says, Ian, tolerance is what led us here today. This is why you should not tolerate evil in any way or shape.
Bad fucking.
Yeah, I know, but tolerance also is what led us to where we were 40 years ago,
We have
30
eyes on
years
the
ago,
enemy flag
when we were like the greatest cultural revolution on earth, like really with Hollywood and all this really shit. Walt Disney.
80s or
No, 1920, 30, 40, 50, 60, like our ability to tolerate religions of all
Power
kinds,
rifles
creeds
en
of all
route.
kinds. There was a lot of problems, but it was like one of the better tolerance systems on earth. But again, like that's a problem with liberal democracies.
Power
It's easy
rifles
to
on the
infiltrate
field.
with bad ideas.
Part
It's
of
got
con-
a lack of sense. If you can let the ideas rise to the surface, a lot of it is like if you're stomping out good ideas and just only letting the bad ones rise. That's all you're gonna see.
do you ever think that
They have our flag. Take it back.
while striving to be
Enemy flag carrier.
aggressive and therefore don't say
If I get shot in the fucking back when there's a teammate right there the whole
because I
time.
feel like tolerance with boundaries. You know?
In my
You
sights.
have to have structural, functional boundaries. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yes.
Well, all right,
Return.
let's read some more super chats. Raymond G. Stanley Jr. says, "Geez, Tim, today's episode is quite enraging. The truth of the situation is that no one will say about about us. We must stand up for ourselves.
Gotcha.
You,
2v1,
the
2v1,
folks,
2v1.
The folks watching are our only way out of this. But I think it actually is really simple. You know, a lot of people are wondering what to do, and it's like, have a family, get out of the cities, and make money. Chickens. Yeah, man. More self-sufficient. Now we're taking money from them.
Spartan down.
I can hear Max Kaiser screaming. Move to El Salvador. I don't know about moving to El Salvador. Personally, though, I think the show is another venue. If everybody listening to the show 12 years ago bought Bitcoin, the culture war would be over. Because you would have millions of Bitcoin millionaires controlling industry and snapping their fingers and just doing whatever they want.
You know, a lot of
tremendous
Bitcoin,
influence.
A lot of Bitcoin, like millionaires and billionaires, went to Puerto Rico 3 or 4 years ago to turn it into like a utopic 21st century.
It's not the best. Because if you live in Puerto Rico, there's no-
And I've heard it's just been trashed. Like, I haven't been there. There was that hurricane too that decimated the island. God.
Fuck off.
Enemy there.
I didn't know. That's why I didn't realize that was the would they still be millionaires out? Is that where Bitcoin is now? So if you
Our
held
forces have seized the enemy
If
flag.
I bought
5
Bitcoin,
minutes
so
remain.
first, if I had bought Bitcoin in 2011 when I wanted to, I'd have sold it.
An enemy flag
I was going to buy it
carrier.
at 70 cents. My friend convinced me not to. True story. And shout out to Joe. And he said, "Don't buy it." I would at $5. I would have been like, "There's a massive increase. I'm taking a couple
Power
grand
items
because I had no way of knowing it would be at 30."
They never saw you coming.
But I would have right now
They
I
have
think
our
like
flag.
$200 million.
Take it back.
If I
We
had
have
spent
eyes on the
I
enemy
was gonna
flag.
buy- I was going to put
Power
$5,000
rifles
into
on the
the
right.
internet.
Not today.
Back then, in order to buy it, you had to email random people.
And that,
It was just some weird
Return.
thing on the internet.
Right.
Flag.
And so, and then someone would send it to your address. I actually had 20 Bitcoin that I lost, which is like $500,000, I think.
I used to
because
play. Oh, I played poker with this dude. He's like, "You get
They've
bitcoins?"
taken our
I'm like,
flag.
"I don't know what is it." He's
The
like,
enemy
"You gotta write it down." He had like a piece of paper. I was like, "I know." It was 2011.
I had a computer, had about 20 Bitcoin on it. It got destroyed, and I didn't care because it was like $15. Now it's $500,000.
Another one.
But
put
it is what
down.
it is. So those coins are gone
I
forever.
think a lot of it is.
fuck. Of course, no one on our team's fucking going there. Like, I don't know what the.
Yep. So here's the best part. I never spent that $5,000. It was in my savings, and since then I've only saved more.
Enemy flag carrier
So
spotted.
in my investment, retirement, or whatever, that money never got spent. If I had just taken it and at its peak, Bitcoin at about 60K, I would have been worth half a billion.
Are you much on your crypto?
I think you guys are the ones. The last time I was here, I put
Not today,
a few
friend.
grand. I mean, I think for the past, when I invested the last time, I think Luke forced me to get
Power
it.
weapon incoming.
Yeah.
Valorous work, Spartan.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I got in, I think
It's been influenced, I
Yeah.
guess.
yeah.
Target
But
spotted.
I
Power weapons
am
now
I
available.
was very late to the game, clearly, and that's why I'm trying to figure out, you know, because I know that I have not seen these returns that.
Yeah, it's a. For me, I think of it as a form of insurance in case.
Right,
Yeah,
it's nice to have, and this is not. I put enough in there just so I could be part of the experience.
How's the experience?
Enemy flags in allied hands.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what you know.
I don't know. Not this one.
Oh, I know that's what. Oh. So it's been a
Which is
couple
tough.
of years.
I mean, I feel that's true of the stock market too. People,
Right.
we have to hold on. We have to take
It's
care
so
of it.
the hold is like you're supposed to periodically, or this is what they say. Every week or so often you put money into Bitcoin.
Power
You
items
put a
en
small
route.
percentage in
Flag.
because it's where you save a store of value.
They've taken our
And then
flag.
like any investment, you
quite
only a
lethal.
little bit out. You're putting more in the
I think I'm just gritting myself.
value's increasing.
Okay.
So this is the theory. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I don't give financial advice. But I'll say this. I invested in Bitcoin several years ago, and you know, it's like 20 times up.
I'll say Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert, who are in El
Flag
Salvador, which has
returned.
adopted Bitcoin as its national currency, are like, like partying like it is like 1999 Prince style. Like they are. It is like they are on top of the world with joy every day. They live in joy.
Well, El Salvador's crime rate has collapsed. The standard of living has skyrocketed. What the president has done now is
Good
And
shooting,
now
Spartan.
people want to live there. I think they're saying now is the lowest crime in Central America. It used to have some of the highest crime. And then the media got mad that they're arresting all of these Palestinian gang members. I'm like, dude, he is revolutionizing that country for the better. And I'm like, you know, Luke is telling me to get property down there to create like a hub so we can go down periodically. And I'm like,
Does Luke have property?
and not a bad idea.
You know,
It's getting expensive though because
now everybody's
it's getting nice.
the word El Salvador translates to save.
Put down.
Yeah. Is that really what that means?
The saving, the savior. Yeah, either.
Get like an office down there and
Enemy there.
set up a studio so that we can periodically go down and do shows.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
February down there or something. Maybe
Starting
maybe
a global reach
November.
over here.
I think it'd be great.
We need to be in the sun. We'll be like, Tim, I've got to move to the satellite office for a couple of weeks.
I mean, that's fine.
Ian starts just commuting
Let's
remotely.
go surfing.
All right. Freddie says Tim is 100% right. Click the rant. Just read Ordinary Men by Christopher Browning.
They have our flag. Take it
All
back.
right.
The enemy carrier.
Viking Vet says there's a famous movie
Power weapons
about
have arrived.
this, Unlawful Orders. Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise.
Fucking lucky fuck.
Moral and ethical actions against orders used to be valued, and we believed it was duty. What happened to that? It became every man for himself. No one, look, Luke made a video a decade ago
Power items
where
incoming.
he's like,
Enemy
every
flag
day millions of
returned.
people get on the subway and none of them ever talk to each other.
We have
I
eyes
decided
on
to
the
talk.
enemy flag
And that was a
carrier.
really heartfelt video where he asked people questions.
Enemy
But he's
captured
right.
your
If
flag.
you lived in New York, you don't get it. You don't know who your next door neighbor is.
Fucking awful.
Everyone
This
is
little
isolated
bitch Betty
from each other.
Goose or whatever.
That's what happened.
Overtime.
So what they end up doing now, what they end up
5
what
minutes
they do,
remaining.
if they
Do
want
what's
to
your
arrest a
head.
gym owner,
I live here.
they know local cops will not do it.
Fucking do something with it this time, bitch. Look at you, die right away.
Who know them, they'll find cops from a city, you know, one town over, bring them in to enforce unjust laws. Because these cops are like, I never coming back here. And that's a sad reality.
I see headshots.
All right, let's read some more. Noob Actual says, I cannot stand politicians. We need more civil servants who hate the position they're in but know it's necessary. They are not better or more important than anybody else.
Yeah, serve the office, not the person.
I think Matt Gates is
They've
great.
taken our flag. The enemy carrier has revealed
I'm
himself.
just like,
I wanted the message
I
today.
just can't imagine doing a job where everyone tries to destroy you. I mean, you too. Doing a job where they try to destroy you, they lie about you, and you like don't make money doing it. You know what I mean? Like, what's the benefit other than like someone's got to do this job, man? You know?
Enemy captured your
you know,
flag.
I know we were talking about this before. It
Defeat.
starts like there's days when you have to, in my job in particular, and in some of these other ones too, but where you can't say. I mean, you're hamstrung. You can't say anything because your job is to serve, right? And that's the hard. To some degree, that's the hardest part where you're being attacked and you're not. That's part of it isn't to defend yourself because you're supposed to be serving somebody else.
Yeah, I asked you if you could say what you thought, because someone was like, "Ian, you should be the speaker or for Donald Trump." And I'm like, "Ha ha ha." Well, and then I'm like, "Can I say what I think? Can I
No.
be like, nah?" He was, and Sean was like, "No,
No, that's not your job, and that's the hardest part because there are days where you would see something about yourself, and that your job is not to defend yourself. You're there to serve and speak for somebody else. And so
how did you stay motivated then? Like,
because
how did you?
if you don't, because look, I found great honor to have a position like that, right? To think about it, like I grew up in a, we were talking about this before. My dad was a salesman, right? The idea of like being 60 feet from the Oval Office of the President of the United States, that's, I mean, unreal. And so to wake up every day and think I'm going into the White House, I'm serving the President of the United States and the American people, is a pretty awesome responsibility. And if that's not enough of a motivation, you're in the wrong business. So for me, that's what did it. But it's tough every day when someone's in a lot of cases. I remember there was this one day where it says Politico tweets out and it says Spicer is, I think the phrase they used was like butt tweeting or something, right? And the problem was because there was this tweet that came out from @press. The problem was they didn't look at the handle of the Twitter.
Oh, it was fake?
It was, yeah. And again, of course, @presssec is the press secretary's Twitter handle, and it's verified and whatever. But they were in such a hurry to
Denounce you?
To denounce me. And this is why I wrote a book about fake news, a children's book, is because that's what it was like. And you're going, and finally, once I, called it out to the reporter, instead of apologizing, they wrote, apparently that was, and it wasn't apparently, no, you were wrong.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like we made a mistake. It was apparently there's another handle, and it was like
King of the
As if
hill.
you're making it up.
it's like as if they didn't make a mistake. But that's you had to eat it every day because you can't make it about you.
Let's grab this one more super chat. American Woman says, our checks and balances are broken. Cops won't arrest, DAs won't prosecute, judges won't enforce, politicians lie, and elections are corrupt. When every avenue of Regis is cut off, what
Hill
then?
incoming.
Ra's al Ghul.
There's a
Ra's
hill
al
that
Ghul.
needs
And, well, they decided the solution was to put a polluted water supply of Gotham and vaporize it so
twice
that it would
next
wipe the
time.
city out and then rebuild.
Hill
The scarecrow.
But no, none of that. We just need people to have families, get some chickens, and make some money.
But dear
And
God,
also,
you don't want to force people into desperation. You make a good point. If you make a mockery of the system, people might get desperate, and that is not the way to go.
and the most important thing you can do is smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, share the show with your friends, and head over to tinycast.com and click the Join Us button, because we are going to have a uncensored portion of the show up on the website. It's live. We're going to take call-ins from those who are members who are in our Discord server. So check that out. You can follow the show at Chef IRL. You can follow me at TimCast. Sean, you want to shout anything out?
Again, go to bravebooks.com.
Target spotted.
A great book. For the next few days, till the end of March, you can get it for $1. No better deal in the Biden economy than that. Bravebooks.com.
And people can follow you on Twitter, too. I want to point them to.
Enemy there.
I'm Hannah Claire Brimwell. I'm the writer for TimCast.com.
What the fuck was that?
To work for me, Chris Bertman, all of our other journalists. You can follow at TimCast News on Twitter and Instagram.
I'm Ian Crossland. Follow me at iancrossland.net and anywhere on social media. Ian Crossland got me prepared to go bananas. Sean Spicer and Brave Books. Art by
M41 Spanker, inbound.
Okay.
Enemy team took the hill.
M41 Spanker available.
Enemy about to score.
Forget about the point. We all just went for the fucking rockets.
Hill controlled. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill controlled.
Target spotted.
Hill controlled. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team took the hill. Hill controlled.
M41 Spanker, inbound. M41 Spanker available. They'll think twice next time.
team about to score. Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
You're quite lethal with that.
Hill control.
Or Schwan.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score.
It's like looking at the next guy.
Enemy team scored. Hill incoming.
M41 Spanker available.
Hill ready.
Okay, guy.
Enemy team took the hill.
Where are we going?
Another one put down.
Enemy about to score.
Outstanding.
Hill control. They're under
Ah.
your team about to score.
They're close. Target spotted.
Your team
Nice.
scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
M41 Spanker inbound.
Come on, work out. Holy shit.
Hill control. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score.
Another one put down.
Hill control.
In my sights.
Enemy team took the hill.
You're quite lethal with that.
Hill the hill.
Another one down.
Hill control. Your team about to score.
M41 Spangler, inbound.
Come on.
Enemy Spartan closing in.
Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Hill control.
2 grenades and a shot to the head. That extra armor must be working.
Enemy team took the hill.
Bet that was a surprise.
Double kill.
They're close.
Like
A red letter day.
Hill control.
They'll think twice next time.
ah.
Keep your head down.
Another one down.
Enemy team took the hill.
Like, I know I'm shooting his body, but he should be fucking dead. Got a camo guy?
Shields are down.
M41 Spangler, inbound.
Enemy about to score.
Good push here. Oh, that's a good spawn. Motherfucker.
Hill control. Nearing victory.
They're close. Target spotted.
Victory. Ball incoming. Take and hold the offball to score. Keep a tight grip on
Oh.
that Spartan.
Oh, fuck.
Ball dropped.
I need some help.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Another one down.
Ball dropped.
An ally has slain the carrier.
We have the ball. Ball incoming.
They're close.
Where the fuck? Oh,
Ball
we have.
dropped.
We've lost possession.
Enemy has the ball.
Too late now. What an idiot. What a bad grenade.
Ball dropped.
You deserve to die.
Enemy has the ball.
Active camo inbound.
Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped.
Allied carrier down. Active camo available.
Gained the lead. Lost the lead. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Lost the lead. Enemy has the ball.
Hostile carrier down.
Fuck.
Enemy has the ball.
Under
Ball
the camo. Flash.
We have the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Oh, I thought I got him. I pressed reload like a shot
Enemy
too
halfway
early.
to victory. Ball dropped.
Enemy Spartans are closing in. It's yours. Keep it that way to score.
Ball dropped.
Active camo inbound.
But we stopped grenading ourselves too.
Enemy has the ball.
They're close.
Enemy team nearing victory. Ball dropped.
Yeah, look at that angle.
Enemy
Curving
has the
bullets.
ball. Ball dropped. We have the ball. Ball dropped.
We've lost possession.
Enemy has the ball.
Come on. Bad round.
incoming.
We've come back from worse. Outstanding.
So I'm the only one who gets the fucking ball.
Hold on to that and we win. Stay mobile.
Ball dropped.
I'm not dying with the fucking cover.
They're under us.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Take cover.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Ball incoming.
What? This kid's looking fucking into outer space when I start shooting him.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Shields are down.
We have the ball. Ball dropped.
Oh, no, oh, that was a bad guy? He looked blue.
Enemy has the ball.
That was running toward a teammate.
Active camo available. Spartan down. Target spotted.
Ball dropped. Ball incoming.
Not a double beat on half.
Another one down.
We have the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Lost the lead. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Hostile carrier down. It's yours. Keep it that way to score. Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Gained the lead.
Another one down.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Lost the lead. Enemy halfway to victory. Ball dropped.
Active camo inbound.
Ball incoming. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Enemy is below us. Active camo's out. Stay alert.
We have the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Enemy team nearing victory.
We're always dead. Oh my god, the fucking wall. I just grenaded myself.
Enemy has the ball.
They're cunt.
Defeat.
It was a shitty game.
claim victory. Not today, friend.
Why don't you finish him? That's what she said.
Overshield available.
What a spawn. What a spawn.
Tango's closing in. Outstanding.
Double kill.
Be proud, Spartan. Tango's closing in. Overshield available. Enemy overshield is active. They're close. Shield's down.
Move quick.
Spartan down. S7 sniper inbound. Shields are down.
Right on the fucking wall.
Lost a teammate. Overshield.
What the fuck?
Closing in.
Double assist.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Another one put down. Plasma grenades acquired.
Pressure would get.
Tango's closing in.
no traction.
I see headshots in your future.
I got one bullet. One kill.
No scope. Double kill. Enemy team nearing victory.
Power items inbound. Not today, friend. Another one put down. Power items on the field. They'll think twice next time.
What a shitty.
Minutes remaining.
Oh.
Defeat.
7 and 14. I wonder if that's why we lost. I can win.
Capture the flag.
That's how I feel after that game. Oh, good. Guys, got
Outstanding.
Double kill.
Enemy there.
Enemy is below us.
Good shooting, Spartan.
Artifact grenade.
Not today, friend. Active camo inbound. Active camo available. Do try to breathe a bit softer.
Tango's closing in.
They've taken our flag. Look there. Enemy flag carrier.
Flag returned.
In my sights. Such power.
Killing spree.
I wanted to boost backwards, not forward there. That would
My sights.
work out.
Flag returned.
One of their kids left. That's not cool.
Active camo inbound.
Flag returned.
Active camo available.
Flag captured.
Active camo here. Target spotted. Our forces have seized the enemy flag. Irresistible force, meet object.
That's only one kid.
Flag captured.
I respect him for staying. As long as he doesn't get tied.
Flag captured.
the most kills to achieve victory.
Pop their shields. Another one down. Shields are down.
An electric kill.
Oh,
Double kill.
They're under us.
They'll be feeling that tomorrow.
should have been a double beat down. Just fucking rush.
Plasma grenades acquired.
That would have been
Put down.
amazing.
Enemy is below us.
Not today, friend.
Oh gosh.
Outstanding.
Headshot. Double kill.
Active camo available.
He can't look. Yes. Thank you. I don't know. Maybe he just spawned.
Not today, friend.
Halfway to victory.
Plasma grenades obtained. Active camo inbound.
Down there. They're close.
Active camo available.
Spartan down.
They're under us.
Nearing victory.
Not today, friend.
Spartan down.
Active camo available. They're close. Another one down.
We've lost a teammate. Enemy Spartans are closing in.
5 minutes remaining.
They'll think twice next time.
Victory! Steak-tacular!
Wow, wow, wow.
Outkill your opponents and claim victory.
They're close.
Up there.
Shields are down.
kid's just eating bullets.
Lost the lead.
What the fuck? I thought we had like 2 guys on that side.
Active camo inbound. Active camo available.
Active camo here. In my sights.
Irresistible force meets
Big
object.
cameras.
Keep your head down.
Alright.
Enemy there.
It's terrible. Went for the burst into the beatdown, but I whiffed.
They're close.
Yeah, they're just taking so much fucking damage. Alright. Here we go.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Active camo available.
I think I got it. Oh no, I didn't get it off. I just wanted it away. I don't. I'm fine.
In my sights.
Another one down. Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Enemy there.
Knock their shields.
It's a terrible game.
Rather shocking, eh?
Enemy team nearing victory.
Active camo available.
They're just talking. That's all it is. You can tell they're like, communicating. Because you shoot one of them, the other one. All three of them just drop what they're doing and go to you. This kid just crap. Just hiding the whole game.
Shields are down.
Yeah, that's right too.
Stay mobile.
Great kill.
Getting easy.
5 minutes remaining.
Good shooting, Spartan.
Defeat.
Rack up the most kills to achieve victory.
Up there.
Outstanding.
Lost the lead. Lost the lead.
Let's try out the fucking pistol.
Shields are down. Active camo inbound.
Oh.
Active camo available. A well-placed plan.
Double kill.
A fitting commendation.
Thought I had another sticky.
Not today, friend.
Got him.
In my sights.
Planning your death while you're trying to kill me.
Down there.
Okay.
Active camo available. Outstanding.
My.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Shields are down.
Where? Is it behind me?
The lead.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
You got lucky.
They're under us.
Not lucky. What the fuck? My teammate just let him run by, like right by him.
Stay mobile.
That's weird.
They're close. Not today, friend.
Gain the lead.
Up their shields.
Active camo inbound. Active camo available.
No one can
Do try to breathe a bit softer.
shot my teammate at the end.
Enemy team nearing victory. Lost the lead.
I gotta finish strong. Finish strong. That should be an assist. I don't know why the fuck that's not an assist. Ooh.
Lost the lead. 5 minutes remaining.
Oh my god, you guys are terrible. Why is everyone a fucking marksman at the corner? Like, right when it's the fucking last fucking possible angle you can shoot me at. I can run in the open fucking field and not get shot.
Another one down.
Don't die, don't die.
Active camo inbound.
Nice fucking. I'm gonna
Active camo
cope with it.
available.
Oh my god. I started that game strong and then I faded. Last Halo game. I'm gonna play like a round or two of Deadrop before I have to stop. I got work tomorrow, so won't be on. Be on Friday at some point. Sounds out of tune. Not really.
Capture the flag.
What? want it. What the? Whoa!
Tango's closing in.
How did that? Was that the same kid? There's no way he got that quickly.
Enemy flag.
What a spawn! What a spawn!
My shield's popped.
Another one down. Above us.
There you got it.
Enemy flag returned.
Should be an assist. I wonder how to use that pistol. Like, is it a... Can you shoot the whole time, or you switch halfway?
Now available. Our forces have seized the enemy flag.
I couldn't move. I was trying to go right.
Enemy flag
Fucking walls,
returned.
man. We have another sniper. What a bad habit. I have a cigar in my hand. I'm trying to shoot it. Alright.
Shields are down.
They have our flag. Take it back. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
I better kill him. This is always how I play the night before work. It's like the Sunday blues.
We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier.
I love those spawns.
Closing in.
Those spawns really help you out. You get shot as you're spawning.
Taking cover. Power items inbound.
Enemy captured your flag.
Power items now available.
I thought he went off the fucking level.
Active camo here.
The kid's in front of me, and all of a sudden he's fucking to the right. I don't care if I die. I'm doing it all. Kept the sniper too, bitch. How are they at our base always?
My shield's popped. Outstanding.
Enemy flag returned.
They'll think twice next time. Expertly thrown, Spartan.
Hail Mary.
Power items inbound.
Killing spree.
Power items on the field. I see headshots in your future. Our forces have seized the enemy flag.
Would have been sick kill though.
Flag captured.
Another one down.
5 minutes remaining.
Power items inbound.
How the cunt do they have a fucking sniper already? In fucking like 2 minute assets.
Enemy flags in allied hands. Outstanding.
Enemy shields down.
Kugan, Kugan.
Flag captured.
Enemy.
Damn.
Plasma grenades acquired.
That was on his leg. Pretty sure I grenaded myself right there.
Power items incoming. Outstanding. Our forces have seized the enemy flag.
Enemy flag returned.
I see headshots in your future.
Sounds kinda good.
Enemy flags in allied hands.
You know. Did not think my grenade was gonna be that
Enemy
sure.
flag returned. One minute remaining.
Target spotted.
You're quite lethal with that.
Come on.
30 seconds remaining.
In my sights. Enemy there.
They never saw you coming.
10 seconds.
Power right.
Oh, we were hit.
Victory.
I played like shit that game, but whatever. We won. Did drop for a drop or two, and then I'm done. Where is- Gotta lower this scheme. Going in naked. Some water. I hear a kid. Did it get louder? I don't know. I think it did. I hear him. What's this have? I don't know where. He's up there somewhere. There's two kids. Whatever happens, happens. I didn't want to jump off. Where? It's so dark in there. It's not a bad start. Oh, it's sniper. I'm guessing these kids are just killing everyone. I don't want that. That's not good. They're just gotta start doing what they're doing. They're all just camping. It's just so boring. I got these two assholes. I believe I got flanked.
Morg.
Maybe not.
Whatever it be. Morg.
My problem with this game is I just always want the smoke. I want all of it. But I gotta think level-headed. I don't have the armor or the attachments. But I'm an idiot. This kind of reminds me of that, remember that one game like Sunset? Not Sunset Overdrive. You meant like during like when everyone was trying to make a battle royale game. What's that called? What's Sunset Overdrive? Is that the Insomniac game or the game I'm thinking of? Yeah, no, that's not that game. That's the Insomniac game. Got a kid off of me. How do I play it? Do I play it smart? Or do I go get? Get over here. Yeah. Alright. It's not normally this dark. I don't know why. It doesn't count as official. Whatever. Wait, what kind of ammo do I have? My armor. kid's still below me. Did I pick up any? No. Get up. Weird. But do this. Look at that. With a little touch of that. Get rid of that. This kid just camping the helicopter. These guns are so fucking terrible to aim. I wish there was a fucking practice mode. It's like aiming a fucking dildo while you're shooting it. It just flops around. It's like I'm on his fucking face. With the dildo. What a waste. All right. Let's go medium. Oh no. Yeah. No. Let's go medium. That's so annoying. It's a gay pose. Alright. Let's try to not die. I'm not gonna be aggressive. I'm not gonna be too passive. I'm gonna try to make it out alive, but if I die, I die. I should probably. No, I don't think I have any sniper ammo, do I? No. Well, that's a backfire. Because tonight belongs to us. There is a kid here, and that is confirmed. What do I got? Anything? Okay. Yeah, pretty boring. Two kids? I'm gonna get sniped. It's above me. Yeah, I should have been more aggressive there. I was trying to be passive. I'm trying to play this game fucking smart. And there's too much of a bitch there. Gotta go up. And I'm glad I called that guy. There's a kid here. I got jack shit.
Fucking was.
No aim, no armor. Wow. I got nothing. I'm gonna get killed. Yeah, here we go. I got no armor. Fuck it. Yeah, you can't hear me. Nice. Like, I don't even know where my gun is shooting. It's like it just explodes. Doesn't fire a thing. This is my last game. A shitty lobby. 3 kids. Okay. Alright, I'll get killed and then I'll leave. I don't want to be in the lobby with just 3 kids. It's boring. Sacks don't work. There's a kid above me somewhere. gonna try to drop into a lobby. It's better. More than one person. Alright, 6. Get here. Fuck me. Not yet, not yet. I want to do it. You don't got the armor or the guns. Got one. But I have ammo? What the fuck? It wouldn't shoot.
Game performing like shit right now.
It wouldn't shoot for me. I don't know if I was out of ammo or if, like he said, it was performing like shit. I'll use that as my excuse too. Makes me feel better about myself. This game drives me insane. reservoir. I think there's a kid up there. You ever see a guy climb a ladder and get shot in the face? Well, you're about to. I don't crush myself with a shotgun right now. Six shot. That's not good. That's not good again. I got no gun. No, I do. There we go, there we go. Well, that's right. I can't tell. There's two kids. I don't know if they're working together or not. Give it a sec, see if they start shooting. I think they are. Yeah, they're talking. Oh. It's time to go out in a blaze of glory. I gotta stop anyway. This game destroys me. I want to break everything. No. Stop. Be on not tomorrow, work Friday. Follow if you don't follow, por favor. Watch it. I'll get better at this. Just it kills me. I'm not good yet. I've put enough time to get good, but I'm not good yet. I'll be good. I guarantee it. Alright, goodbye.